if it's not the boyfriend that did this or has something to do with this, there's another man that is obsessed, or maybe both of them could be attached to her and very obsessed with her. The one that did the killing, I'm saying that set it up, is male. This is not a female that set this up. I saw 3 females celebrating this. The 3 females were involved in it, but they are not the leaders. The ring leader is male. There's a male that was an old friend of hers, possibly a childhood friend. I knew her when she was very young. This is tied to this friend. That's a childhood friend that they loved each other, but it also is tied to 2 camps fucking and 2 fights here. 2 to 3 fights here. Somebody in that whole group, they fucking each other. There's women's fucking women's fucking men's fucking men's, and men's fucking women's and men. Like they have it. Some of these people in this group are bisexual, gay men's, somebody look like they're a man, but trying to become a woman and taking meds here. That's why I don't want to go into this shit. That's why I don't like to go into shit. Whenever I start to look at something, I see shit like this, I said, you know what? Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm seeing, and I need to back away and leave this shit alone, because this shit wild in a motherfucker. They fucking, and it's a lot of hatred and rage and jealousy and competition. Somebody's pregnant here, and somebody had an abortion, and it looked like somebody else maybe newer pregnant. Like somebody's further along. It's a new pregnancy. It's a pregnancy that was a little bit older, a few months older. And this created a lot of rage, competition, jealousy, and conflict, to the point that they planned this, and this nigga, because this group was fighting, and it was also about money. Some of these women, one of these men women got paid to do that to that girl, to beat that girl, and want to rise up, and also jealous and mad because she had money of her own and somebody wanted to take it. And I see it's this nigga. And it also makes me wonder, what is niggas? Somebody had an insurance policy on her. I wonder, one of these guys, or was she living with someone that had an insurance policy on her and acted like they also happy in love? But it was 2 men here. One of them set up the murder with the jealous women, the 3 main women. And it was a whole group of them. All of them fought and argued all of the time with jealousy, competition, trying to get money off somebody, take money, and arguing, fight, and fucking. It's a lot of gay and bisexual lovers in this thing. I wonder, this guy that set up the murder, was he obsessed with her because he wanted to be her and be a woman, and wanted to hurt her, kill her because he could not be with her? And it's also said he wanted money from her, money and business. So I wonder, was he also a business partner? Was the guy, if she has a boyfriend that lived in the house with her, I don't know who she lived in the house with, but one of these is male. I wonder, were they involved in giving her money, making money with her, had an insurance policy on her, was obsessed with her? And was the other one also that was with her that seemed gay to me, or bisexual, because he's messing with a man in that group? And it makes me wonder. It also showed me 2 men beat her. Now, that's where it gets confusing to me, okay? Because more than one person beat her up. This wasn't even a fight. I'm not going to even call this a fight, because fight somebody, at least you try to get your licks in. This girl would not defend herself, would not fight. And so it was really with like an open assault, a brutal assault, where you basically beat someone to death. And it was so much intensity or rage. And I'm telling you, this is around pussy, dick, and money. Also, some of them are involved in gang activity, sexual obsession, and deviancy, having group sex and orgy sex, and drug addicts on drugs and drug sales. These 3 things together always make a volatile cocktail that a lot of times lead to extreme jealousy, competition, and somebody getting murdered. They took all their rage out on that girl, and then the other sat by and watched the shit, because a lot of them fucking each other. See, that's what and I'm wondering, okay, now this takes me to another thing, because I don't know how much footage is out here. I'm sure I didn't see it all. Either that was a woman that took the wig off and was beating that girl, or that was a goddammit man in transition. Or that was a woman that you could tell was extremely enraged and jealous and doing this to impress the niggas. One of the niggas had the camera, and there was a man that also 2 men. One rushed in and started the attack, and one rushed out. And then one was emotionally involved with her. What? So see, do you see why I said I don't want to touch this? Because this would take a lot of time for me to, because there's so many moving parts here. And I'm telling you, from what I'm seeing, this is competition. They had been fighting before they planned the trip and paid to get, because they was fucking and fighting wherever they lived at, on the phone, on the text, in person, and then fucking. getting high, getting drunk. Some of these are gangbangers. And there's the leader over this that orchestrated the murder. So see, now I'm confused again because I'm wondering, is this girl, was she involved?